Hello. Cheers, Kevin here. How are you doing? Welcome back to the main channel where I talk at you for a non-determined amount of time about kind of whatever's been going on in my life, or things that I've been thinking about, or any of that. And I turned on the camera today to go ahead and do this video, and I don't know. It's been a weird week. I've been socializing. That's a weird thing for me. Most of my socializing has been internet-based. I went and, saw actual people, outside. It was very, very strange. Life is going very well, which is weird in some ways, but not weird in others. I think though, so I mean, every week, I guess I come on here, and at some point I talk, either about my health or my projects or things that I think are going really well. And I'm sure that eventually that gets to be a bit sort of broken record-y, right? It's like, oh yeah, I'm going to talk about my diet. By the way, just to add on to that broken record thing, just recently, just a few days ago, I snuck under, I guess Monday, I snuck under my low weight from 2010 when I did that crash diet that was a bad idea. I got below that. So now I'm at 208. No, not 208. God, that'd be awesome. Boy, would that be exciting. That'd be super fun right now. No, I'm just under 308, which means I'm edging up on being below 300 pounds, which I don't really remember, which is really, really cool. But it becomes sort of broken record because I'm always talking about the same stuff, right? I'm always just going here and being like, wow, things are better. It's weird. But the reason for that is that things are better, and it is weird. It's exciting, and I just, you don't realize when you are out of shape or just mistreating yourself or whatever, you don't realize just how miserable so much stuff is. We generally, we like to talk to our friends about the things that we're excited about. Like, you go see a movie, you're like, oh my God, that movie was amazing. You want to tell all your friends to go see that movie, right? I don't know, whatever you talk about with your friends. You've got friends, you talk, whatever the intersection of those things are. For me, the amazing discovery has been like, oh my, everything is better, marginally. Not, walking around is better now. Sitting down is better now. Lying down is better now. Going to get the mail is better now. Just random, every single experience that takes place as part of being alive is a little bit better because I'm taking care of myself. Which is, it's so stupid. It's as though you were walking around a party not wearing pants and trying to pitch your startup idea, and weirdly enough nobody's taking you up on the offer because you're not wearing pants, and you don't really pick up, and you're like, I'm working on my sales pitch, I'm introducing, I'm whining them, I'm dining them, and nobody's, I'm working, you're making some slow progress in certain areas. Yeah, you buy a nicer suit top, but you're not wearing pants. And I'm going around life and I'm like, I haven't been wearing metaphorical pants. I haven't been taking care of myself. Everything that I do, that has a negative impact on everything that I do. And so the reason now that I'm just like, I want to talk about everything, I want to, oh my gosh, water's amazing and food tastes amazing and yeah, because it's phenomenal. It's something that's everything is wonderful. I wake up and everything is cool. It's weird. It's a very weird feeling. It's very at odds with my cynical nature. I'm very uncomfortable with it. I need to figure out how to be miserable when things are going well, because so far I have only really developed the skill of being miserable when things weren't going so well. So either I'm going to stop taking better care of myself, or I'm going to have to learn how to be miserable when things are going very well. But man, we're 60 pounds down. That's a lot of pounds. I still don't. I don't look particularly different. There are some people like, oh man, I lost a whole 30 pounds, and everyone's like, dude, that guy's half of what No, that's not going to be me. I still have another. I have another math pounds to go. I have another 128 pounds to go. So we're getting there. We're about a third of the way there. It's pretty cool. And because I'm assuming because the 60 pounds weren't particularly noticeable, I'm going to look super, super good really, really soon because it's just going to have to start taking pounds from everywhere else. Like I'm going to be like, hey, stomach, it's sorry. Like we've spent all of the rest of the fat. It's your turn, right? This has got to go. But yeah, so also, yeah, going out, being social, interacting with people, having the energy to interact with people, which is also just, whew, I don't remember that. Every time that I found myself in any sort of social situation, it sucked. It was just being in your head going, and then trying to suffer through being social. Not every, like, interacting with a very small group of people, like, generally that can be fine. Interacting with a large group of people, no, it's just, oh God, try and get through this. Just try and wait until it's been long enough that you can just disappear without saying goodbye to anybody, and people will at least remember that you were there, and so that counts. Now instead, I'm just like, yeah, I got energy, I'm good. I don't know. It's all so crazy. I did appreciate your comments on the last week's video, and I made a follow-up video kind of right after that to reply to some of them. I've talked a little bit about YouTube numbers and stuff. I just want to be clear, because I always go nuts when I talk about YouTube numbers, but I want to be clear that I'm not really trying to optimize for YouTube numbers. My point was just to try and talk about why YouTube numbers are not necessarily the best way to drive decisions regarding the stuff that you make, because they're very inaccurate at smaller scales, and they're still pretty inaccurate at larger scales. And if you follow those numbers, you may end up making changes that are both harmful to the numbers, but also don't follow the things that you want to do. Anyway, so that's a whole thing. A lot of you were saying, like, hey, yeah, you could be more successful, you could reach a wider audience if you didn't make these, like, rambly videos. Like, yes, I definitely could. I don't care to, though, because I'm liking making these. So anyway, that's all set aside. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to / want to talk about. Oh no, I did apply. No, that's why I tangented onto this. I did apply some of your advice. Just trying to think about things that, I mean, because really the crux of it was, okay, at some point you have to scale some things down because you don't have time to do everything in the world, which sucks because it'd be really cool to do everything in the world. But at some point you need to scale everything down. And so you need to have some criteria, some way to go like, all right, this is something that I actually do want to scale down. This is something that my lazy brain is like, no, you totally don't want to do it. It sucks, blah, blah, blah. When actually, if I do it, it's good and it's fun. So for the time being, I have put the piano music stuff on hiatus, because I wasn't enjoying what I was doing. I'm playing more than I was before now, though. I'm playing classical stuff. I'm playing out of sheet music books and stuff that's copywritten. And I feel like I'm getting a lot of my finger dexterity back, which is really, really great. It's been really depressing. I don't know if this is something. I'm sure that athletes can relate to this. I don't know why I'm comparing myself with an athlete. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll be able to compare myself with an athlete, but presumably athletes experience this. I don't know how many musicians experience this, but I've gotten to this point where I have a sense of what I want to play, and I try and play it, and my fingers just muddle it up. And I know that my brain did send the correct neurological signal. It was like, play this thing, and my fingers just didn't play the thing. And that's just because I haven't been practicing. My fingers can't move as fast as it's because the muscles can't do what my brain told them to do. And so they muddle everything up. And this has been a problem for a long time because I haven't been very regular about my piano stuff, because really, since I moved to New York, I wasn't playing on a regular basis. I didn't have a thing that I was doing. I used to play for community theater shows. I used to music direct. I used to play for choirs. I used to play for vocal students. I used to play all the time. Hours a day. not even practicing, but just like performing and accompanying people and whatever. And so like naturally, never had to worry about like, all right, no, there's like an actual like exercise routine I need to worry about. But anyway, so it's been really frustrating that you sit down and you're like, oh, I want to play this really cool thing. And you're like, blah, and you hear it in your brain. You're like, yep, I played that right. And then it comes out and you're like, what? What did you do? What the hell is wrong with you? Anyway, I think some of that is starting to come back. I am doing like proper drills and stuff, which I never really did as a kid, just to try and get that back, and it's starting to feel an awful lot better, which is really, really great. But yeah, so I don't know what other situations. I'm trying to think of a situation that's kind of common to everybody where that sort of happens. I mean, I guess it's probably true for everybody in some fashion, right? You're like, I used to be able to walk up 50 flights of stairs, but now I am 90. And in my brain, I can tell my legs to walk up 50 flights of stairs, but strangely enough, I only walk up 49 flights of stairs. I don't know. I'm very bad at examples and analogies. I think those of you who've been watching for a while probably know that about me. Anyway, yeah. So I've set aside sort of the uploading piano music stuff now. If things start to pick up and I start to kind of play my own stuff and enjoy it more, then maybe that'll come back. But what I was discovering is that the pressure to try and produce something was ruining my ability to just work on developing the skill again. So yeah, I've also decided for the time being, again, to put a halt on book reviews on the book channel. I'm still going to do my monthly wrap up of like, here are all the things, here are all the things that I read, because I've been doing that on a on a monthly basis, because I've been reading a lot of books this year, and people seem to enjoy that, so I'm going to keep doing that. But the book reviews, I feel like until I sit down and actually start writing book reviews, it does not make sense for me to start to be doing these video book reviews, because they're really hard for me, and especially because just I don't have like written out thoughts, and so it feels weird. So I'm not putting myself any sort of pressure to actually start doing written reviews either. It's just hey, maybe this would be something to experiment with, and then you can use that as a way to jump back into doing video book reviews. We may do some stuff on there during NaNoWriMo. We'll have to see. But sort of scaling down the things that are frustrating and hoping that I'm not sort of overcorrecting, right? Still putting out all of the stuffs on the gaming channel, still doing the Code Monkey podcast, still doing this. I want to do more on this. I say that a lot. Still doing streaming. Trying to do that in a little bit more moderation. I had to back off a little bit last weekend because I was out being social. Which is weird, but I think I've said that already. I think that's everything that I have to share with you this week. I hope that you're doing well. I really do. I hope that you're having a great week. It's October already. That's crazy, isn't it? It doesn't feel like it's, oh man. It feels like it feels like it's like May, maybe. I don't know, maybe for me it's part of like just the move-in and everything. I love how I always say like, all right, I wrap it up. It's like a phone conversation, you know? Like if you grew up when there were still phones, you listen to the person and they're just saying, okay, all right, alrighty then. Oh, really? And you go, yeah, okay. You try and wind down the conversation and then, boop, oh, nope, there's a tangent. I always do this. I'm wrapping things up and then there's a tangent. So anyway, I think we'll go ahead and call that the tangent. And I will say, have a great week and I will see you soon. Let me know in the comments how you're doing, just how your life is going. Cheers.